Hey guys, welcome into WBON TV, a special night of volleyball tonight. The Mad Pink game between Madison Central and Madison Southern. Doesn't really matter what sport it is when the two schools play each other. It's always a great game, great rivalry, and great crowd. Now, myself, I'm still learning the game of volleyball, so tonight's going to be a learning night, which means we have two special guests in the house who are going to be doing some color and play-by-play tonight. So guys, introduce yourselves.
All right, I'm Philip Donald. My daughter actually is a player on the Madison Central volleyball team, number 16, Aubrey Donald. And we also have
Jeff Moret. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My daughter actually is number 20. She's a freshman on Madison Central, and myself and Philip have been coaching Cottle and helping out around the county for the past 4 years.
Yeah,
four years now. Yeah. So we're pleased to be here and very excited about the opportunity, and wish that Michael was here. But you know what? It's always fun when you have the Central Southern, good old-fashioned rivalry, and making it a fun night also for charity, and getting generating some revenue for the breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, so you guys have some coaching background, obviously, getting involved at Cottle. How did you guys get into that realm of coaching over there?
Well, I'll start off. My daughter started, actually, we used to live in Georgetown. So we actually relocated right when Aubrey started 6th grade, got over there with Janet. I emailed her and said, hey, I've got a young lady that wants to play volleyball. Got her into the group with Cottle over there, and then just kind of like, form relationships with Janet and some of the other parents and things of that nature. My daughter started playing club volleyball at Lexington United. And then now she's at Kiva, which is up in Louisville. So just been around the game, kind of, just learning things, watching TV, watching all these volleyball games, going to tournaments every weekend, things of that nature, asking coaches questions and stuff. So myself and Jeff started helping out at Cottle here last 2 seasons. And just continue. We're still learning as well, so we don't know everything, but we continue to try to gain knowledge as we continue to watch and ask questions and continue to just grow in the game along with the girls.
Yeah, absolutely. My daughter made it as a 5th grader, and then joined the coaching staff 2 years ago when Janet needed some help. I've actually been lucky enough to coach youth sports for going on about 9-10 years here now. So. Yeah. Yeah, looks like the girls warming up a little bit. We got about 6 minutes and 55 seconds for game time, and with this game, you have Central coming in on a little bit of a losing streak, and then same thing with Southern. But Philip, give us a little bit of background on Central's year so far and how they've gone, and we'll talk here in the next couple minutes.
So Central's had kind of an up and down season, if you will. Started out the first game with Douglas, which is always a tough game. Douglas is a top 10 team, and so having that as your first game, we actually had them the last 2 seasons as our first game, and we haven't done so well the first 2 seasons of having them on the schedule. And we had a little streak there. We kind of went into the weekend, went to a tournament up there in the mountains, and came up with some wins with both the varsity and the JV, and then came back home and had to face Great Crossing, who's also a top 10 team, and we played them really tough. Played real tough. Just some things didn't go our way, and had a loss there. And then GRC came to town.
What happened in that game? Yeah, I didn't go to that one.
That one sticks in my craw. I was listening to Nathan, and he said, we haven't lost to GRC since 2012, and I was just, I was already sick enough. And then he said that. I was like, another gut punch. So, happy for them and all. But, they had some good athletes on the team. I know one of the kids was Craig Hughes' daughter was playing. So,
yeah, it's one of those where they, it's not really how they beat us. It was more on how we were off. We just did not seem like ourselves. And really, you look at, the seniors on the team. We have 6 seniors this year, led by Avery Rigney, who's getting ready to go up to Akron. Kent State, going to Kent State, Mac School. You have Ananiah Hughley that plays middle for us. She's getting recruited heavily. And then you have Emma Carter, our setter, who is getting recruited as well. So you have 3 college players that are on the court at any given time, and everybody just had an off night. Unfortunately, Clark, GRC played amazing. They played out of their minds. So they can be, listen, in their region, they could upset some teams and make it happen. So
they won their district last year. And when you get beat by a team constantly, there's that hunger and that fire to stop the streak, right?
Yep.
So I'm sure their coach told them, hey, we haven't beaten this team since 2012.
Yep.
Let's be the ones.
Well, and that's how kind of tonight is too. Southern has lost 6 in a row. Central has won that. We won the district game last year, won the pink game last year. The year before won the same. And then, but if you look before that, Southern went on a six streak run as well.
Yeah. So Central is the 2-time district champions. It's always between these two teams on who's going to win that district spot. And then, sure, Southern knows, hey, we've lost the Central several times. We're tired of it. We want to stop it. They're on our court. Let's get it done. So
now, guys, I'm interested in y'all's input coaching volleyball. How have you seen it grow here in Madison County over the years? Obviously, you all at the middle school level feed into Central over at Cottle. So how have you seen the game develop and the girls get better?
Well, I'll just give you an example of this. We have 16 freshmen out of 30 girls. So in order to build a program in the county, you have to have successful middle schools. So if you look at Ferristown, Foley, the feeders into Southern here, they're growing as well. And then you look at the girls from Cottle and Clarkmore and Madison Middle, and that's just bringing the sport. So, when you're looking at the clubs like Lexington United, like Kiva, like Alpha, and they're growing, Janet started a youth league this year, and we had over 100 participants. So
100.
It's, when you look at youth sports in the county, it's good. It's growing. Madison County is one of the highest growth of people moving into the county in the state right now. So when you're talking about that, not only is it increasing, the type of athletes that we have, it's increasing in the quality of athletes.
And when you think about women's sports itself, I mean, I'm sure you heard about the big game outside with Nebraska.
Yep.
Had 80-something thousand people there. Those kind of things are just what's generating that enthusiasm for girls to say, hey, volleyball could be my #1 sport. And that, with any sport, if you get your best athletes playing that sport, it's going to grow the game. So,
and look at what with the addition or the renovation of Memorial Coliseum. Last Friday night you had Pitt coming in to play UK. Pitt was ranked 7th in the country, and there were 6,000 people there at Rupp Arena. And if you looked around, it was mostly young girls saying, I can do that too.
And that's just the growth of volleyball. We talked about Nebraska. Nationwide, it's a quick growing sport.
Yes.
Even boys volleyball is starting to grow.
Yeah, KHSA has that now as a first season that is sanctioned.
Yeah.
So it's not a club sport anymore. It's a true, KHSSA, regular sport.
Well, guys, we're excited to be here. We still got a couple minutes before the clock runs out and we get started here with intros. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back. Some more volleyball talk before we get started at the Mad Pink game.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Road Tribe.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our dependable trucks and become a part of the winning tradition.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been...
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit EX.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Mad Pink game down here in Berea, Kentucky at Madison Southern High School between the Lady Eagles and the Lady Indians. About to get started with the intros here. Another great edition of the Mad Pink game and for a great cause, guys.
Absolutely, yeah. With intros here, you're looking at introducing the Indians first and then looking at the Eagles on that. So, like we said before, we got 6 seniors on Central's team, and then 1 senior on Southern, and that is Lindsay St. John. Yeah, this will be a good game. This is good old, as they call, clean old-fashioned rivalry, clean old-fashioned hate. So, even though with an asterisk of love, you know. But
I don't think they hate each other.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It ain't like it was when we were playing.
Oh, okay. So back in the day, there was a little bit more, fights in the parking lot after the kind of game.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So yeah. It'll be interesting to see a good crowd here at the game.
They got the balloons. A lot of people dressed out in pink, and you see some of the younger Central volleyball players turn around, giving a little bit of the rivalry right there.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Just adds to what I like to call it the county clash. Just all the little things. You got to love those rivalries.
See who'll be the queen of the county tonight.
That's right.
I know I was looking at the freshman game, and I saw a mom in the corner just really was jumping. I was like, wow, they're already ready to go. I saw freshman game. I was like, freshman game, okay.
Yeah, freshman Indians, the Eagles 1 and 3, and then JV, it wasn't even close. They, I don't think they even got in the teens, actually. So we'll see what happens in the rubber match here with Central winning the JV and then Southern winning the freshman game here.
Now, I did have a question. At the end of that freshman game, what was the call down there at the end that ended it?
Yes.
It wasn't a touch, right? And that's kind of where I'm learning some.
So when you looked at that, our middle was in the net. Yeah. So that's one thing that's different of KHSSA versus the club rules. In club, as long as you don't impact the play, you can run completely under the net and go completely back.
Yep.
In high school, if your foot even goes over a centimeter over that line, it's a net violation.
It's a fixed boundary in high school. In club or AAU ball, it's a understood boundary. Do a little bit of my little of my background is I was a KHSA football official for 15 years.
Okay.
And Mid-South official for several years as well. So I have that official background where, boundaries, lines and
You know
things
how to
of that
make a
nature.
tough call sometimes when you need to.
I made a few.
Yes.
And a lot of people didn't like them, but I made them.
This is also the first-year head coach for Southern's first match in the rivalry. So we'll see if that stress gets to her a little bit
She
as well.
forgot to write down her name on my sheet as well, but hopefully they'll get it generated up here.
Good student section down there. Looks about 40, 50 kids. And that's the one thing you like seeing at these games is having a good amount of student support so that next day, when you're in math class, you go up and say, hey, you played a great game.
Just looking at the lineups, you mentioned the 6 seniors on Central, the 1 senior on Southern, and that seems to be a cyclical thing where, I know a couple of years ago when Southern had the streak, they had the 6 seniors, and we were the ones with the 1 senior. So that's kind of how the things go here in the county, is that things are cyclical, and Southern has mostly sophomores and juniors now. This game may be really, really good here in a year or two.
Classes balance like that sometimes.
Exactly.
One school will have 1 or 2 really good classes, and the other school will flip. It's just kind of how it is sometimes.
That plays into how these rivalries go and how things go as far as the success of the 2 programs.
Looks like Southern won the toss here and elected to serve first. Serving number 19.
Number 19, Addison Spalding, a junior.
Going with the serve. Oh, and a service error for the first point for Central.
Maybe some nerves right there, guys.
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot of eyes balls here. Starting us off for Central is going to be Emma Carter, one of our seniors.
Brooklyn Gilbo coming in on the front line here for the Indians.
A junior there.
Good dig by Southern there. And the hit. Nice dig by Camille. Ooh, a little bit too much for Brooklyn on there. Point.
Just went a little long on there. Want to kind of snap that a little bit more and try to get that down. Look, we got number 27, Kirsten Casey, a junior.
Good dig by
serve.
Yep, Avery Rigney there, and a little bit of miscommunication there. Ann and I went for it, and then Brooke was behind it, but you didn't know if Emma was.
I think it got in between 2 hitters, and what the 2 hitters didn't know whose ball that was. So.
Is there an unspoken rule in volleyball when someone's going for it? How do you know which teammate goes for the ball, or is it just by position?
I like to teach my young setters to yell who they intend to, because, hey, no one's perfect. And, things happen where if that ball goes in between 2 players, who did you intend it for? So,
yep. Point there on another error by Southern. Aubrey Donald coming in, your daughter coming in to serve.
Yep.
Good serve here, you can get a little extra excited.
Apparently, I can't deny that she belongs to me based by her facial looks. Pretty identifiable.
And good tip by Avery there.
Slip one by us.
Yep. Kill by number 18.
Yeah.
Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker, and I recognize her from, last year. Jordan's a junior, so yeah, I've seen her here varsity. I know she played significant minutes last year against us, and looks very familiar.
Yep, back number 2.
They got a new libero, Kinsey Baker. She's a sophomore, number 2.
Good dunk by Emma.
And just for folks who don't know what I'm saying about a libero is that girl with the different jerseys. So you notice the Central has the pink on, Southern's in the white, and you have these girls with different jerseys. Those are the liberos. And the significance of those girls is that they are considered the back row captains, and there's some substitution rules that allow them to be in the game a lot longer than they would be if they weren't. So,
yeah, think of it as a designated hitter in baseball that you can go for 2 people. Good hit by Avery there with the kill, so it puts us up by 4-3.
And typically your libero is going to play back row for your middle hitter rotation. Your middle hitters tend to be your bigger girls on the team, and it gets a little tough for them to get down on the ground. So you want to get your libero with a little less size No more cookies there.
Wow, so they called that in the net. Little net violation on Central here.
Looks like we get for Southern serving number 15, Briley Ball. She's a sophomore, and she's the setter.
Yeah, and if you look at the officials, one of the officials actually is a club coach. So you'll see that a lot of the KHSSA guys is that they also are love volleyball, but they're also giving back, and they might not seriously be able to coach high school, but they can officiate and then coach club.
Yeah.
Ooh, big hit by Avery and a nice block.
Ooh,
but over
nice
by
save
Aubrey.
by Aubrey. Okay.
And then the block from Avery and Skylar.
Nice.
Both seniors there. Skylar Whitaker, number 6. I know she's been battling a little bit of that allergies, cold, funk a little bit. So love to see her out there playing hard.
Looks like we got number 13, Brooklyn DeBow, back to serve for the Indians. Serves on that. I know she hates that. You see the shows go down. She's not happy.
Well, and that's the thing. When you're looking at the service errors, that's giving away points on either side. And so when it's going to be a tight match, you want to make sure that you're getting it over and making sure that they can get your team to get the
Walker,
point.
Serving, as we alluded to before, we talked about her a little bit earlier. And entering the game for the Indians, number 14, Michaela Stoles, for her first action. Aubrey got turned around on that one. You got to keep that ball in front of you.
Well, and that's the other thing. It doesn't matter if one team's over and one team's undefeated. This is each other's Super Bowl when you're looking at it, playing your in-county rivalries. I mean, the girls have played against each other for, at this point, 4 to 8 years, and they just want to win.
And you don't know. I mean, a lot of these girls, they played other sports like basketball and softball and things of that nature against each other. So, and they see each other at Buc-ee's and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, we beat y'all last week.
Right.
Yeah,
And they see each other at A&W. Shout out to the official game of the sponsor, A&W, today.
Oh, yeah.
Right there in Richmond Center. Point, Eagles have come back here. They're up by 2. They found a couple
start
holes.
by the Eagles. Good.
Ooh, nice.
That one, Avery got all of that one.
Yep.
And she is a really powerful hitter when she goes up to the net. It's just really tough to
She's got
stop
the King
that.
Griffey arm swing. King Griffey, one of the few superstars that escaped the steroid area, but he was arm swing. He didn't look weird and head didn't get bigger. He just swung his arm and had a great swing there.
Yeah, Avery's done a great job this year of making those kills when we need them, and having Emma, set her and make sure it's good. But like everybody, they're going through funks here and there and that type of thing. But it's good to see Avery, get rolling and make it happen and demand that ball. Another tip. That is one thing, unfortunately, that we've seen a lot of is that where teams beat Central, it happened against GRC, it happened against Great Crossing, it happened against Douglas, is that we cannot control the donut. And the tips, I bet we have gotten the points against us, 40% have been tip balls into the donut.
And they seem to be getting us on that, on our right back area.
Yeah, and
side of the court.
And so as a coach, you want to make sure that your back row is quick enough to move up, but also that your front line is getting those blocks. Because if you can tip and get a little bit on it, it'll help it, and then you force that other team to go back. Yeah, that was in. That was a great serve.
Painted the line. Yep, sure did. Ooh, emphatic ball by the line judge.
I like
there.
that line judge
taking
pointing
the
right
flag
to
and
it.
pointing it on the line. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it is. So for regular season games, you'll have parents, adults, maybe some teammates doing the line judge, and then when it comes to districts and regions and state, you'll actually have four referees, four officials.
Yeah.
And another hit by Jenna Codwell there.
And when you see the girls shifting on line, you got to see if they're, if your hitter's coming from one side of the court, you want your other folks to kind of shift their way to where they can see where that hitter is going to hit the ball, and you'll be able to read the ball off the hand. If you notice that libero, she passed the ball and got out of the way because, hey, you can't touch it twice.
Yep.
So.
Well, and Leah Crabtree just, the setter had that a little bit in the net, and so Leah couldn't get it over there.
Good serving run by Camille. Indians now have a 4-point lead where Eagles had a strong start and had a little couple-point lead there, and then Indians have come storming back and taken control of the game so far.
Yep. It's been a good match, you know, when you're looking at competitiveness and just seeing what the girls can do. A little set by Emma here with Ananiah with the big handle.
Might be timeout time for Eagles.
That's the thing. When Emma and Ananiah are on the same point, it is just impressive. Yes. Impressive. Camille again with the serve.
Another good short serve.
Oh, in the net.
Yeah.
You know, and you wonder from the coaching standpoint of the strategies of timeouts, and I know that
I understand.
we always laugh with Janet because we always want to call the timeout.
No, not we, you.
Me, I always.
But you only have 2, Jeff.
Exactly. And you know, when you're looking at it, volleyball is such a momentum shift.
Uh-oh.
Nice, another kill right there.
I'm with you on the timeout, and I think she's calling in one right now.
Yep.
Indians with a 7-point lead.
And we'll take a quick break. Thanks, guys. Great coverage so far. We'll be back in 1 minute.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy. You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or
And we're back here in Berea where Central just scored another point, so up 16-8 out of the timeout.
Yeah, it looks like number 34 for Southern kind of ran into the officials' stand there.
And when you have a timeout in volleyball, say you're up, 6, 7 points, what's the talk in the huddle to put the other team away for the set or try and get those points to get there if you have a decent lead?
Yeah, just win the point. Most of the time it is to ice the server.
Yeah.
And you'll see a lot of teams doing it where they're move the front row to the back or adjust or maybe put somebody in the corner. That type of thing where just the small look or the small change would get that server to have a service in.
What's crazy is Jeff and I, we watch so much volleyball, and it's amazing how much momentum controls the game of volleyball, and you see it at all levels. Little kids, even all the way to the college game. If that other team has momentum, it's hard to stop them, and it doesn't matter who they are.
Set by Emma.
Oh, missed it.
Yeah, missed it there, but still a good hit. Little block. Yep. That's another thing is you can see is that, when Ananiah or any of the other middles are up there, if their hands are just a little bit off from a degree standpoint, it pops it over if your back row is not expecting that.
Well, Ananiah was coming on a descent because she jumped a little too early and got too anxious on that one. And we got number 27, Kirsten Casey, back to serve again. Oh, just missed the ball.
Yep. You'll see a lot of timing, too, with any setter, thing like that is just a smidge off.
I feel like that's a momentum thing, too, where, you see a team that's clicking everything's going in the right spots. That's where you call a timeout and say, hey, one, you want to hope the server messes up. And then the other one is just, hey, let's just get regrouped and get our confidence back and try to get this next point. Just focus on this next point.
Yep.
Is what they're usually saying in that huddle.
Great hustle by Kinsley Baker on that one.
Good serve.
Set it up here. Another one.
Yeah, perfect serve. when you get a good pass to the setter and the setter does a great set, then you're going to have good things are going to happen.
Yeah, Ananiah makes it look easy, guys.
She made it look easy.
Yeah, and you know what? She's a good kid too. Just you know, the big heart of her. She's a great role model for the younger classmen, and just doing all the right things.
Ooh.
Yeah, number 7, Lindsay St. John, the senior for Southern on that
I think that was just a little too close to the net for her, where she couldn't really get her full swing in there. She kind of choked her arm on that.
Yeah, so we're looking at 20-11 Indians. So free ball.
Ooh, good one. All right, Aubrey. Way to move this feet. Or like I say, way to move puppies. Way to move puppies.
See what we can do here on the outside. Brooklyn. Oh, too much.
Went a little long. So Emma is our setter. In that scenario, you had Camille doing the set, and that's what's called an out-of-system set, where the setter's not able, because she took the first ball, she couldn't take the second one, and she's setting the hitter.
If any of you viewers out there have any questions on watching YouTube or the Facebook on Live, please put them in the comments and we will answer those.
That's right. We love to hear comments.
Oh, yeah.
And let us know how our broadcast is doing. We got a great team so far. You guys are doing great.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Anaya.
Good hit from number 9 there. Yeah, Maya Duncan.
Ooh, good dig from the libero. Oh, what's the call?
And I don't know.
He had 4 and a 5 in his hand. There is no 45.
Yeah, I don't know if that was maybe a net violation or what.
Maybe he meant 1-5?
Mm-hmm. Good tip by 18 there. Coming back with it, too.
18 looked like she had some good hops there, kind of playing above the net there. Not afraid.
It's another Jordan Walker on that one.
And we've called her name several times tonight so far.
And with the kill. Maya Duncan on that.
Looks like Aubrey kind of lost a couple of seconds there. Woke up and the ball was in front of her.
Coming in, Addison Spalding for
I can make that
Eagles.
joke. It's my daughter.
Ooh, right in the net. Yep.
Yeah.
4 hits on that one.
Indians may be getting a little complacent with the big lead, and Southern looking to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, and we've seen that all year, unfortunately, is they just take the foot off the gas.
Spin it right over there.
You know, and then, like, look, you had almost a 9-point lead, and now, boom, they're within 7. Yep. And that's something that you have to do if you want to, make it past region, even make it past the first round of region, is to make sure when you have a team down to stomp them out and finish the set.
I know my old coach used to tell us, the longer you let them hang around, the harder they hang.
Mm-hmm.
You want to put teams away.
Looking with the service area there, that's another one. You're like, oh man, just giving away ones and twosies, especially when you're at 23, and with the match, being over at 25, set, best of 5, set to 25, but it's one where you just got to finish those last couple points out.
Good serve.
Seeing you wonder when Janet's going to take the timeout, see if she lets him go one more point.
Yeah, I think we got one more point here, and then
I was thinking too.
Timeout. Another serve from Jordan.
Yep.
Oh, good job by Emma to get that out of the net. That's a very difficult play to do.
Well, and the one thing is also, traveling around the area, certain nets do certain things, right? And I'm not criticizing by any means, but this is a very loose net. When you have a very loose net, it's going to kind of get in there a little bit versus a tighter net. I mean, look at that thing's moving.
It's pretty
3
loose.
feet.
I would say from the games we watched, that would be on the loose side.
Exactly. So you want to make sure that you have a tight net, so therefore on both sides you can have the setter or anybody get a net, ball off the net and get it back up.
I wonder if it's one of those things where that's talked about where, hey, we got a loose net tonight.
Mm-hmm. Like a loose rim for a basketball.
Uh-oh.
Kind of Caldwell with a hitting error on that,
I just think that one was too close to net for her.
Yeah, she tried to roll it. If you look, a lot of the girls will either tip it or try to roll it, almost like old Minnesota Fats in the pool table, right? Little English, get a little old English on that one.
I don't think Dawson knows who
Dawson
Minnesota
has no
Fat
clue.
is.
Yeah.
I'll just agree. Y'all know volleyball much better.
No. He's a pool guy. So Central wins the first set, 25-19. And we will actually take it to break. We're going to take it to break.
1 minute here.
We're going to take it to break, and we'll see you guys here in a bit.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Oil Drop Mobile Lube, we know that taking care of your vehicle is a top priority, but we also understand that your time is valuable. That means the experts at Oil Drop Mobile Lube will come service your vehicle wherever it is convenient for you. At work, on the job, maybe just at home. You can get other things done while they take care of your vehicle. Call 833-OIL-DROP. That's 833-645-3767. Like Oil Drop Mobile Lube on Facebook.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond.
So it looks like Emma Carter starting off for the Indians, and not the best start, or the start she wanted, with hitting the ball in the net there on the serve.
Yeah, and Central changed it up a little bit, putting Joe Butts in, getting her some playing time. And then Southern with the same lineup with number
Spalding on the serve.
Yep.
With, number 19, she's a junior. Uh-oh.
Ananiah with the kill on that one. Good try by number 7. Lindsay St. John, the senior, just couldn't get her hands strong
far
enough.
away from the net to where she left a hole there for it to bounce off her hands and not be able to get her hands pushed forward a little bit more.
Yep. And Aubrey coming in here to serve. That's the normal rotation. 1-1 here in the second set. It looks like all the baskets for the silent auction, people are bringing those in.
Nice.
Guess I didn't win anything. I didn't go back in between the game after here we got in. That is the neat thing about this game, is it raises money for the American Cancer Society. We've been doing it for a lot of years and just really making a difference.
Net violation on the Eagles.
Yep. And we talked about that earlier. It doesn't matter if it's a small, toenail over that line.
Yeah.
It is one of those things.
Or a ponytail. Nice serve from Aubrey there, and the ace for the young sophomore.
Yeah.
Sure she's happy about that. I'll hear about that on the way home.
Well, the good thing is stopping at Buc-ee's on the way home, too. I mean,
that has already been requested.
Exactly.
So.
A little 99-cent slushies and little Buc-ee fries.
Thinking a little bit of beef brisket sandwich there, too.
There you go.
I've always wanted to go to Buc-ee's at like 3 in the morning, just see the kind of people who were there, maybe pick up a sandwich, something like that.
The funny thing is that, with travel and whatnot, and going down and hitting that, it's the same folks you'd think it would be. Not necessarily the 3 a.m. Waffle House crowd.
Oh, no.
But it is a lot of people going, I am almost to Florida. Let us get another cup of coffee.
Good block from Ananias.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we're going to be at the Rocky Top tournament. The varsity team will be there.
This weekend, right?
This weekend.
Yep.
They actually have that Buc-ee's as you get off the exit. It's actually open now.
The severe one? Okay.
Yes.
It's big time. Good ace right there as well.
And it looks like the libero just did not read it soon enough. She waited until the ball came across the net. And what you want to coach your kids to do is read that ball as soon as possible. If you can read it off the server's hands, but before it gets across that net, give yourself a little more time to kind of adjust to the ball and be able to make a good play on it. Aubrey with the serving run here. I'll hear about that too.
Yeah, Ananias had her hands up, just didn't get the right angle.
Jeff and I, we talk to our blockers, try to find the ball with your hands. Don't just stick them up there. Try to find the ball and attack that ball.
Good dig.
Good one.
Nice set.
Uh-oh. Double.
Yeah. So in volleyball, you have to think of it as a parallel, get the set up that way, and if it's off either way, that's a double.
And one of the things the officials are looking for is how far is that ball spinning? And that usually there's the telltale of if that's a double or not. So if that ball's spinning around like it's a globe, you know it's a double.
Yep. Ananias back to serve. Central up 7-3 here in the second set. Ooh. Avery and Skyler on that block, but they're going to call Avery in the net.
So when it goes back and forth like that on the net, how does the official make that call right there?
So it's interesting you ask that question, because with this vantage point up here, you can see you can go over with an arm. It just it cannot touch the net. And then let's say that 2 of the girls are pushing back and forth. That's fine. But once you touch that net or move your arm in a downward motion and break the plane, kind of like if you're breaking your wrist on baseball.
Uh-oh.
That was a nice kill by Avery on that
Avery got all of that one.
But, yeah, that's the difference. So, coming in, you have Kinley
Keltner, another one of the young sophomores on the varsity, getting some playing time here and serving for us.
Yeah, Janet's done a real good job of utilizing the bench players and building that team for next year. I know our JV has been excellent this year, and but also the girls that are playing JV that are also sitting the varsity bench are getting in most games just to get, and there's not much of a drop-off either.
No. Something I noticed from just watching these 3 games, the freshman JV, they do a really good job over here at Southern on the back row play. They dig up a lot of balls. A lot of difficult balls are being dug up over here from the Eagles. So, they have a bright future.
Exactly. And that Ferristown coach really teaches the right way. she does a great job of coaching those girls and getting through Fairstown Middle. And then, now with the high school, having a new coach and a new system of seeing that. Because there was a big drop-off, unfortunately. When the girls would get to high school, they wouldn't get that same, growth. And a lot of those girls, the volleyball was secondary instead of, being their first sport.
Like I said, these things are cyclical, and, the Eagles have actually 2 players right now on EKU's roster. So, you're talking about Avery Rigney being a D1 player and committed to Kent State, and then Ananiah and Emma maybe having some options there after high school. We're in that spot where they were in that spot here a couple years ago where they got a couple of girls at EKU.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And I can remember them 2 years ago. Really, really good girls.
Yeah. Good size, too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Sarah Mitchell's one of them. I can't remember the other young lady, but, yeah, 2 of them on the roster right now.
Yeah, and that's one thing also. Only 3% of high school volleyball players make it to the next level. And so when you're talking 97% of these girls are going to go be students in college versus the 3% that are actually going to be on the court for their college. Oh, nice kill. And once again, you've seen that shift of momentum, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
number 9, Maya Duncan, a sophomore. So, and we also have Jordan Walker back to serve again, the junior. So, these girls are going to be here next year.
And there's always been a big rivalry. If you look at the middle school of Fairstown and Cottle, that type of rivalry as well. And now it just buds into Southern Central. Another point by Southern there.
Yeah, Southern on the comeback. Posed within 2, 10-8. Indians holding on to a 2-point lead. Good serve from Walker. The dump off from Carter. Dig from Case. Try to punch that because that ball just got too close to net for her, so she tried to salvage it and punch it over. And, if you don't have a full palm and you got a little fist, that ball can bounce off any knuckle, right?
Yep.
So, tough spot for her.
See if she can do it again. The back row
attack, and
yeah, Janet's going to take a timeout here.
Timeout, and it's tied up.
Yep, in the second set.
Second set tied up.
And with that, we'll take a quick 30-second commercial break. Don't go anywhere. 10-all in the second set. Madison Southern Lady Eagles versus Madison Central Lady Indians.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
So we're back 10-10, and Walker is still serving for the Eagles.
Good dig by Avery.
From Walker.
See, and coming out of a timeout, you really want to win that point. You really want to win the point and just get that mental focus back in.
We call it, if the other team, especially if they do a service error, we call it a coach's point. Coach calls a timeout. They're hoping for change of momentum, and that timeout results in a change there in the rhythm of the server, and we call it coach's point. She's been serving pretty well so far.
She has.
Today.
These last 3 games, Camille has been very consistent on a serving streak. Good kill by Ananiah there.
Ananiah finding the hole there.
And once again, when you're in a tight game, who are you looking for? You're looking for Ananiah. You're looking for Avery. You try to get them in your, in the dogs, so to speak, and get that point. 34, Leah Crabtree coming in.
She's a sophomore.
Yeah.
A lot of young players on this Eagles side. They're going to be in this game next year. Could not get out of her way.
Yep. Well, and that's the other thing.
Libero couldn't get out of the way there.
And you look at the smoothness, and when you're playing together with a lot of girls and you're knowing versus a lot of changes, you want to have that same smoothness, knowing that you know where to go, and that. And I will take full credit for Jenkins, Camille on that one.
You talked too long about Camille serving, and
then boom,
that is your fault,
error.
not hers. Your fault, not hers.
100%.
Just making it a little bit more exciting in the second set, a little closer.
We hit number 9, Maya Duncan, the sophomore, serving, getting to start off. Then the free ball to Central, and that's not something you really want to do with the hitters they have. Good hit from Jenna Caldwell there.
Yeah.
Setting it up. Eagles are setting it up. Kind of a roll shot there. And Anaya.
Yep.
Good dig from the sophomore, number 9.
Wow, and to keep that volley
Quick hands
going.
from Anaya. That was a long volley, and you push each other, and then someone just happens to have that one little wrong step, and it's a point for the other team. Like we're back in the starting rotation on the serving side with Emma serving for the Indians. Good dig from Carter. Back row attack.
Yep. Just getting it in Avery's hands. Nice block by Joe Butts on that one.
Attack there in the net. And it's so hard to try to, because that set was so short, and looks like she's an outside hitter. Trying to hit that off a short approach there is kind of a little difficult for her. Probably more suited for a longer set and take a few more steps.
Central has done a really good job on the short
calling
serves.
for it from the back row. Emma with the hit from back row.
Yeah.
That's rare for her.
In the net again.
Just couldn't find the ball.
But I wonder, when you're looking at most of our servers are spot called, right? So there's different zones from an aspect of that, and you wonder if Janet has seen something or another coach has seen something for the short serve attacks.
Joe Butts comes to running. Good dig from Walker over there from the Eagles. Her platform looked a little wonky, that her arms motion had those wrists broken, and kind of sent that ball right in the bottom of the net. So
14 coming in.
Uncharacteristic from her.
Lydia Grinstead.
Yeah.
She is a junior.
Grinstead's a junior, so we'll see her next year. Well, we'll see all these kids next year except for St. John, so might as well get to know the names.
Good hit by Joe there.
Yeah,
nice dig
solid.
by Libero Kinsley again.
Sophomore. That went to nowhere's land.
Once again, that
Good
kind of
recovery,
in-between set, or in-between set on that, yeah. So another thing in volleyball is, so if you can get a block, but it has to go over, or someone else has to get it. So with that block going out of bounds, that's a point for Southern here for the Indians.
Looked like it just went off the side of her hands. She didn't quite get to where the spot.
And then coach, I think they almost had a rotation error there.
Yeah, that was an unusual timeout.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like it was something they wanted to take.
With the timeout.
I think she might be bleeding. Yeah, it looks like she's cleaning something off her leg. It might be a cut or... So I don't know if this is actual official timeout or...
I don't know what we got here.
A team charge timeout.
While we have the stoppage, I was going to ask a question. There had been a comment made earlier that volleyball for a lot of girls is kind of a secondary sport. How does that change to maybe it could be a primary sport for a lot of these girls? How do you guys think that could change?
I give a perfect example. So if you look at our freshman team, those girls, one girl plays club, right? You look at the other girls on JV, 6 girls are playing club. So and then with the 6 seniors, you're looking at all 6 play club, or 5 out of the 6 play club. So it's just cyclical, right? And I think a lot of it has to do with what they love, right? There's some phenomenal freshman softball players we have on our team, and they've chosen, hey, I still want to play volleyball. I still can be really good, and they're still great. They're great role players and can be that way as well. It's just in order to get to that elite level, you have to play club. You have to.
And the great thing about volleyball is that, okay, I'm not 6'2". Can I play volleyball? Yes. I am 6'2". I can play volleyball. You have, a lot of these sports like basketball and some of the other sports where size is going to be your advantage in that sport. There's a place for everyone in the volleyball game. So that also is adding to the popularity where you got girls of all different sizes that can play the game.
Yep, and you see a lot of younger siblings and younger, kids come to the game, and in the, with the Central Kentucky Youth Volleyball Organization, that's something that was amazing. We thought, oh, well, hey, let's get 40 kids. There was 100. Yeah. Ranging from 7 to 10, and you're like, whoa, this is amazing in Madison County, and you're like, here we go, let's grow with this.
And that's how Janet's kind of helping grow things around here. I remember she had told me a while back that there had been a lot of club stuff. You had to go to Scott County or Lexington or something like that. But we're so big, why not here?
Exactly.
Well, a lot of these other, some of the teams in our 11th region, the Lexington area, I know Scott County, they have a Parks and Rec system that they're taking advantage of and getting these girls in the courts at the younger age, in the elementary school age. I know at Kiva, which my daughter plays at Kiva, I've seen girls 5 years old,
really,
6 years old, and believe it or not, they're digging balls. They're moving just like they are better than kids in middle school. That's how early they can get it. They call it volley tops.
Okay.
So
wow.
you can get your kid in there quick. It's just like any of the other sports. You got kids playing softball, starting out with t-ball. It's the same thing. It's just, I think the game is going to grow as, you're seeing a lot more volleyball games on the ESPN and being televised. And kids can say that I can be on TV. You start, I haven't heard of any big Neil deals, but hey, you start hearing Neil too. That's going to generate the interest for kids coming up and seeing it happen in front of them. And they're like, hey, I could do that too. So that's going to help grow the sport as we go along. So really happy that we got the youth league going, and hope that continues. I hope we see a difference for both programs. I like to see both programs compete for that region championship. That would be my ideal championship for
Absolutely. The goal is not...
With Central winning, of course.
Yeah, the goal, in my eyes, the goal is not just to say, hey, we beat Southern or we beat Central. The goal is we went to region and we competed, because it is so frustrating as a parent or as a fan to make region and get your tail kicked. And then go, well, wait, these girls are on club and we're on club, and why aren't we beating? It's frustrating. So I know a lot of quote-unquote powers that be, and I'm going to say something, it doesn't matter who wins the Central Southern game. Like, I think that's great for, rivalry, but at the end of the day, you want to compete with Lexington schools, and right now, we're not. And that's an issue. Good point by the Indians there. And then nice block there and kill by Joe Butts.
Yeah.
Aubrey coming back in the game here to serve.
80-16 is what I call her.
Good hit.
Oh, that's out. Right, she lined it up, but she didn't really jump, and so you have the pretty much dynamics is that she kind of pushed that long because she was just at a different angle there. And she's going after the one spot there. Looks like
good challenge to the net by both of them there.
Yeah. There's the she slipped that in. Wow. Great shot from Joe Butts. Angles it, keeps it inbounds. It's great to see from this view up here at the top where you saw that ball go inside the antenna and get over there and just a cross-court shot.
And tough. It looked like it was it was underhand.
Oh, yeah.
It was across.
The degree of difficulty was definitely a 10. Oh, got in the net there. Got kind of like salivating at the mouth on that one because that was hanging up there for Avery to kill, and she kind of got a little too antsy on that one and went after it too early.
I tell you what, Southern is doing a phenomenal job of hanging with it and not, hanging their heads and saying we were down. We're fighting. Love to see that.
That's the thing when you deal with rivalry games. Throw the records out the window. These girls
now
want to
we're
beat
looking
you really bad.
Well, once again, looking like we got a little rotation error here.
Uh-oh.
So that is another thing is you can actually call for a rotation check before you do something wrong. So she said, hey, I want to get a rotation check, and then got the right players in the right positions, and then got it to where it was not a point.
It has to be a good good assistant coaches over there to kind of say, hey, coach, she's not supposed to be serving, you know, to try to save that point for you. Because if they get that rotation error, that's a point for the other team.
Yep.
How can you know if it's a rotation error? Like just someone goes to a different spot or gets out of place?
Well, they were serving, so you knew exactly who. If so-and-so supposed to serve and they're not back there, then they knew they were out of rotation at that point.
So all you do is so when you look at the zones, right? Think of the court as 6 pieces of a square.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now the lineup is, if you look, you have Joe over here at the corner, you have Emma in the middle, and you have Skylar up top. If Skylar and Emma were to switch, that would be a rotation error because you're not in the set position as you are. Think of it as a batting lineup. You're not in that set position for the batting lineup. After, you can go wherever you want.
Right.
Push towards the back and
she
out.
went a little long on that one. Good idea, trying to work the corner and just, you know, good IQ, just went a little long for her.
Yep.
So we still have number 2, the libero, Kinsley Baker, sophomore, still serving. This is still a tight second set here. Probably don't want the service area at this juncture of the set. 4-point lead for the Indians with 4 points to go and close this out. Kinley Keltner, the sophomore, coming in to serve.
Yeah, Kinley's been getting a lot more playing time here over the past 3-4 weeks.
That's part of bringing the younger kids along and getting some more experience and kind of preparing the team and creating depth and being ready for the next season.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's good to see the young folks get in. Good kill.
Big kill by Avery on that one, right? Feeding the dog.
Yeah. Good spot, good kill.
Getting in your.
And sometimes you don't really have to have the velocity per se, but just actually, if you can place a ball and then not put all the velocity and try to drive it through the floor and get a good point there.
Ooh, good hit by that. That was a nice set by Briley Baum. Briley's been doing a really good job on setting. You know, you could tell she's still trying to get comfortable for it, but she's really placing it in some right positions and getting her hitters allowable.
And she's a sophomore, so she's just going to get better here the next couple of years.
Yep, back there.
And probably give us some fits.
Absolutely. Good serve by her as well.
Good hit from the libero Camille Case. Rare for her. Dig from Keltner.
Yep.
Kill from Avery Rigney.
Tomahawk chop.
Yeah.
That looks just so hard to guard. You know, how do you hit that?
Yeah.
So for instance, when we were playing, whether it be GRC or that they attack the net. So without giving too much away, if you're attacking the net on a hitter like that and you're blocking it, then all of a sudden they're going to try to either tip it over or go around, almost like, you know, bend it like Beckham. And then that's when you can find the open holes. But if you're just waylaying it, you have to attack it or have to have one heck of a back row to come back and get that dig.
Well, one of the issues on that kill was there was nobody in front of Avery, and you cannot do that. It's kind of like leaving a three-point shooter wide open that can shoot 45%. They're going to hit every one or two of those. Good set there from number 9. She's been one of their main hitters.
Maya Duncan again.
Maya Duncan.
I bet Maya has 6 or 7 kills this set.
And it's interesting. Their hitters have been 9 and 18. Have really been keeping them in this game. Walker and Duncan.
Yeah, both a sophomore and a junior.
One's 9, one's 18. You know, I'm a big numbers guy.
There's a lot of good young talent here for Southern.
Yeah. Ooh. Tough. Good one-hander. Interesting. Uh-oh. Nope.
Once again, that has just been our problem over the past 2 weeks is we just can't finish sets.
Yeah. So now Southern's trying to make a late charge here with pretty much in a sudden death situation where if they lose another point, it's going to be set 3.
Yep.
So might be a good time to call timeout too.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, especially. So here's the deal, right? So look at what Janet's doing. So Janet is now moving. So you're still shifting, right? You're still in that same quote-unquote rotation, but you're shifting it, and you have Aubrey moving back, Camille, and then look at that. Overpass, nice by Emma.
Trying to make it a little more difficult for the server to slip one by. We're struggling keeping the ball in the back row and not getting it to our setter. That's what's going on right now.
Good dig by Kinley.
Oh, wow. She got turned, Emma got turned around and
Skylar kept trying to go up on her left hand, and Janet calls a timeout.
Yeah, let's take a 30-second timeout, but Southern making a little run. It's going to be a great end to this second set here on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Here to the gym here in Berea, where Southern has made a great run to come back to 22-24 here in the second set. Back to serve, continuing her serve is Jordan Walker.
She's been a strong server so far today.
JT, thanks for the comment. We appreciate all the good work and that we're doing. We're having fun, good time. Appreciate WBON being out here. So we'll see what we can do here.
Big serve here from Walker.
Nice hit by Aubrey. I tell you, Kinsley has just been all over the court.
Yeah.
Central wins that second set, but man, I mean, it was without a fight.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles made it interesting, but the Lady Indians up 2-0, looking to put it away here in the third. We'll take a couple-minute commercial break. Stay tuned for the end of this one. You aren't going to want to miss it. The Mad Pink game here at the Eagles Nest, Madison Southern.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
And welcome back to the Eagles Nest here, going into the third set, where your Madison Central Indians have won the first 2 sets, but not without a fight. Once again, records don't show a lot, but I tell you right now, I'm very impressed with Southern. I am very impressed with how the young talent is, and this has not been a pushover game for the Indians.
And they were in the huddle all this time until just now. Central just broke the huddle. What do you think that Janet was telling them?
I would probably say keep your focus. That's we've had a little bit of a challenge of that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think that's when you really, you let your leaders lead. You let your seniors lead, and you look to them as a coach, and you say, hey, let's finish this in 3, business trip type of thing, and make it happen. But then on the opposite side, Southern, you say, hey, let's go play. Let's go play volleyball. Let's go win the points and make it happen, and let's just go play volleyball.
Yeah. Well, the ball was getting stuck in the back row for the Indians, allowing the Eagles to make that comeback. I was just looking at the roster here, and we were talking about the Central Indians having 6 seniors. I'm counting 6 juniors on the Eagles roster, so it's going to be reverse. They're going to be 6 seniors next year. We would have just lost 6 seniors. I think we have 3 to 4 juniors on our roster right now. So they're going to have the advantage on the senior leadership. They already got these girls playing in this game and getting some good experience. So I would say the advantage edge, on the experience side may be on the Eagles next year.
Yep. And you look, these 2 teams are, I hate to forward think, but they're going to meet probably in the district championship here in about a month.
I would say Berea and Model may not like that statement.
Yeah.
Good hit. Good kill.
Nice hit right there, and get the first point here in the 3rd set. Emma Carter going back to serve, and then Brooklyn Gilbo coming in for the front row.
Let's see if the Indians can get off to a fast start. That's another thing that the Indians have struggled with, not really just getting off to those fast starts and getting control of the game. It's going to be a testament to the Eagles as well. Like, you've lost 2 sets. You played a really good 2nd set. You're going to have to dig deep and say, hey, I want to fight for this. Because, hey, it's easy to mail it in when you're down 2 sets. It's like, we're not going to win, and just, hey, I might as well go home and get my homework done and get me some sleep. Let's see if the Eagles fight this time. Put up a really good fight the 2nd set.
I think they will in a rivalry game like this. You're down 2 sets to nothing. They're going to give everything they got.
I totally agree.
A little hitting error on that one.
Especially when you got some extra eyeballs that you normally wouldn't have at a game of this magnitude. Everybody in the county, or a lot of folks that may not even go to a volleyball game on normal. They'll come to this Central Southern game because it's such a big rivalry.
Aubrey back to serve again.
And she's going the same spot again over there.
Oh, and it drops.
It's got in between players. Once that ball gets past those front row players, it's going to be on the girls that are what we call the upright or uplift players to get those balls. Do a little acrobatics to get that one. Good serve. And this is what you don't want to do is send Central free balls.
Yep. Ooh, that would be point Central again.
Reason why you don't want to, you want to have those down balls coming at the opposite team so they can put pressure on them. When you send free balls, it makes it easier for those folks to get that ball to the setter and the setter to set up those hitters.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
went a little long
on Ray. Yeah. Well, and I would say it's a great crowd. I mean, for the Southern to host this, and districts will be at Central this year. But please support your local teams. Going out. I know at Central they honor all coaches' cards and a guest. So definitely, if you're another coach of a middle school, we gladly will have you come to Central.
I know they honored my coach's card here, so.
And every home game they have a theme this year, right? They're honoring somebody. So that's a big thing I've noticed. I've been to 2 Central volleyball games. They have a game theme for everybody.
Yeah, we did with teacher appreciation. We had veterans appreciation. We have alumni night coming up.
Alumni night is actually the next home game at Central, where we're going to be facing Model at that one. We're going to recognize all the alumni, especially the alumni that have come through the volleyball program.
Yeah, there's a lot of names you would know, local business owners, you know, that are former female athletes, and it's a great way to see it and also to celebrate them. We bring them on the court, announce their name, and it's neat to see the former players with children and you know, that type of thing as well.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see the moms that are alumni and have kids on the court. It's really cool to see.
Good kill by Avery there. So Central up 6-3. Michaela Stoles getting the serve a little bit here in the third set. She's another one of our juniors.
Yeah. Uh-oh, that hit the corner.
Yep.
Can't look at it.
Well, and that's the other thing. If you can learn how to hit corners.
Walker's done a pretty good job of serving so far today, and that's unusual for her to drop a service error.
Yep. Back to serve, number 28, senior Avery Rigney.
Yeah. Going with the pink shoes along with the jersey.
That is the one thing that a lot of our players and throughout, you know, used to be where you were very uniform on your shoes. Now, Janet and other coaches around the region and at club are saying, have that as your little, you know, swag, so to speak.
I like that, yeah.
Well,
so they allow them to do it.
Kiva, you want to wear what they tell you to wear, how they tell you to wear it, and what socks to wear. So
wow.
That is the Kiva way, as they call it, and they are very strict with those kind of things.
Well, we have a quick timeout on the court. Central 9, Southern 4. Let's take a 30-second commercial break. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know Markham & Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvine? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health, Markham & Wallace Hospital.
And welcome back here to the Eagles Nest, where Central leads 9-4 here in the third set. Avery Rigney back for the Indians, and a good little service run she's had. Hits that short zone.
Yeah.
Another good hit.
That'd be good to talk to Coach on why she wants some of the players to hit short and long. That'd be a good question to ask her.
Yep.
Well, why that be effective?
Exactly. Well, and the other thing is, you know, she must have seen something on tape or something that the first couple sets were doing, because she is calling a lot of short serves.
Yeah, I don't know if it, you know, I have a football mind, you have a football mind. It could be the way they, you know, that puts pressure on them setting up their offense.
Yep.
That could be the reason. So,
yeah. Another ace there.
We need the jingle on
I know, right?
the broadcast.
So down at Central, we have one of our sponsors, Bluegrass Ace Hardware. And so every time there's an ace, we play the jingle of Ace is the place for all your hardware store. I'm
think it's the helpful hardware
folks. That's what it is. Jason is going to give me all kinds of beat grief on that one. You know,
yeah, you're going to get some comments
here.
I
forget the words.
Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks.
Exactly. There you go.
I even made you a jingle.
He did, yeah.
Bill Secure, Insure, Parson and Howard's Insurance Group.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it.
Free advertising right there. Yeah.
Bingo. Oh, that's great.
So we got number 9. She's been strong here. It might be getting, I don't know if it's exhausting, but she's hit a couple in the net lately, and she's typically been one of their strong points of the night.
Well, and we're at this point, what, 2 months in the season, basically, month and a half. So, I mean, they're in normal game shape, if you will.
Yeah, I don't think she's tired. Just maybe out of rhythm.
Yeah.
And like we said, rhythm and momentum is a big player in the
absolutely. Leah Crabtree, number 34, a sophomore, coming back in, and you got
Duncan back to serve.
Yep.
Sometimes it may be the serving line that gets her back out of the front. Good hustle from Stolas. Number 14 for the Indians, and she's running back, getting her spot.
She's flying everywhere.
Good job. Let it go. And it feels good to be able to help your team, and your hustle is rewarded with a point for your team, and you feel a part of that. So good enthusiasm to see her getting excited for the point there. And that ball's getting stuck in the back row for the Eagles where they're not able to generate an attack.
Nice kill.
That's called a slide. That's called a slide, Dawson. So Anna is usually in the middle hitting, but when she slides out there to that right side, that's called a slide. So different angle for her to attack. And you got a great hitter from her.
She'll hit it on the opposite side
That is
too?
correct.
Okay.
And what it'll do is it'll drag that blocker. They'll go, and they'll come back a little way and open up a lane so that you have a wide open kill.
Just trying to get them off balance. Typically, when you change things up, you kind of mess up that defense a little bit, just like football. You don't want that block to get up there so that you can have a good lane to drop that ball.
15-5 here with Camille serving.
I did not expect that, to be honest.
I didn't either.
Well, the question is, this is kind of that sweet spot you've been talking about, Jeff, where, hey, we might step off the gas here a little bit. Next thing you know, it's 16-11.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And we've seen that too many times already.
Gas.
Same thing. Wham.
Yeah, it is. It's working out. And she's just, there's no one there.
Yeah.
There's no one there in front of her, so she's just getting hitting practice right now.
And it's almost a choice. She could have hit it that way or right over there where she did. So.
Yeah, and you think about it as an angle, the middle is hitting more down. So if they open that up a little bit, they can hit more cross and still have that down hit.
And when you got an athletic middle like Anna and I, you want to get her the ball. And
yeah,
you're a little long on the back row attack there.
Absolutely, and you're seeing that more and more. It used to be where not athletic middles were your middles, and now it has gone through. It doesn't matter if it's college or here in high school and in club. You're seeing a lot more athletic middles versus the the girls that were 6'3", 6'4". You still have that, but you're getting more of that. Well, hey, let's a little bit. She can have a 20-inch vertical and be 5'10" versus going with that.
Yeah, Anna and I, wasn't she 5'11"-ish?
Yeah, Anna and I's 5'11".
She's not the tallest girl on the team. It's Avery. Avery's 6'1".
See here, back row attack.
Oh,
good block by number 7, Lindsay St. John. And the other thing is, if you take off from what you see that line down the middle, it's called a 10-foot line.
Yeah.
Shout out to a couple people that think it's a 13-foot line, which is amazing. It's a great little chuckle there. But that 10-foot line, so you can attack as long as you take off before that 10-foot line on the back row. So that's where you see Avery hitting it. They can have a back row attack as long as you do not go over that line
in the back row
in
rotation.
The air. Yeah. Yep.
And again, not getting, sending a free ball, but good, nicely placed. That's what we call a FBK, Dawson, a free ball kill.
Okay.
She didn't actually have a down ball that hit that, but she took a free ball and placed it in a good spot in the donut, and we didn't get to it. So, looks like we got number 27 coming in for the Eagles, Kirsten Casey. She's a junior. Trying to make sure they have everything right, who's coming in and all that stuff. So Casey will be looking to try to close the gap here. 18-7 lead right now for Madison Central, and I'm sure she wants to help her team get back into this run. Good set.
Nice.
Yeah. When you got, it's, what was it? The old sucker commercial with the owl is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I know that one.
Right?
Yeah.
That's basically, you have the pass, the set, the kill. And there it was. Good slip serve from Aubrey. Uh-oh.
Good hit by 18. She's done really good to come back. Jordan Walker.
Yeah. Walker has been solid all night. And Walker is just a junior, so she'll be back next year. So probably giving us fits next year.
Set here. Avery Yeah.
That's tough.
You can't do much about that.
That's tough. And then, you know, for the back row people, if you don't have a block up there for, you know, to stop these hitters to slow that ball down, that's part of the job. And it's kind of, you know, where your teammate needs to kind of protect you a little bit and get in front of the hitter to make it a little more difficult and slow him down a little bit. Good dig from Carter. Oh, that went a little right. So now they're getting that ball to the setter, and you see a little more attack there.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Hit the ceiling.
Hit the ceiling.
That was a
Good job by Joe Butts.
Yeah, you see here off the net, right? So it was a little bit curious. So Skyler hit it, then Joe got it over it. If it wouldn't have hit the ceiling, it would have been still in play.
Still playable bait, yeah. I've seen a couple little quick reflexes from Joe Butts. I think that the wrestling was helping her out a little bit. She's getting
100%.
those quick hands. Good job, Camille. Skyler wanting an assist probably.
Yep, that's what it was.
And she got it. She getting in the books on the assist line. I know these kids, you know, they pay attention to their stats.
Absolutely. And
they want to fill up their stat line as much as possible.
Absolutely. You look at 28 Avery Rigney. She is getting close on 1,000 kills. And I don't know if anybody at Central has ever had 1,000 kills.
That would be big if so. Yeah, wow.
She's getting close. I think she was around, it was, you know, going to happen-ish in the next, you know, couple weeks.
Avery was actually our first player from the program to actually make a All-State team as well. So she was second-team All-State last season. So, you know, just as we continue to break those milestones and get those first out of the way, you're going to see the program continue to grow and progress. Young Michaela Stoles, the junior, serving, doing a good job with it. Just lost the ball, looks like there.
And this has been
on who's going to take that ball. So.
Yeah, another thing is you like to see that, right? We didn't have that in the third set, the gap of mind, oh, what happened here, right? They stayed focused, they finished, and really proud of them for doing that.
Stoll's looking to finish it out for us. Good swing from number 9 there. Uh-oh. Aubrey had a little overpass, kind of got turned around, got that up on the net, and kind of set the other team, is what I say. So it's 24-10. Central needing a point to go ahead and call it a night, and Walker back to serve for the Eagles. Oh, that was not quite where she wanted that ball.
We weren't
able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and a block.
And that's it.
Yep. I will say this, listen, you know, kudos to Southern. They're a young team. They're going to be there, you know, in the next year or two. But right now it's Central's time. So keeping the streak alive of being unbeaten in this series for the past 2.5 years and seeing what happens.
Well, that third set got away from them, but, you know, it's been a competitive game for those first 2 sets. And I expect another competitive game. I'm expecting to see them in the championship here in the districts here in about a few weeks or a month.
Yep. Dawson, thank you so much for letting us on here. We really, really appreciate it, and absolutely anytime.
Yeah.
Then we'll do a break right here. Going to a break, and we'll be back here shortly.
Stop what you're doing and run to D&J Ace Hardware in Irvin for their end-of-season clearance sale on select Husqvarna, Exmark, and Craftsman mowers. Get the Craftsman 42-inch cut on sale, $18.99. The Exmark zero-turn radius on sale for $8,500. This Husqvarna TS248XD for just $3,099. Or granddaddy of them all, the Exmark Laser ZX Series, heavily discounted at $12,000. On sale now at D&J Ace Hardware on the corner of Highways 89 and 52 in Irvin.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lake's can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lake's can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kopudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
It's apple sipping season at A&W, the perfect time to enjoy one of our new apple pie shakes. Each sip feels like fall in a mug. A delicious combination of apples, spices, and vanilla soft serve. Come on in and get to sipping, only at A&W. Feeling saucy? Come down to A&W and dip a juicy 5-piece hand-breaded chicken tender combo into our new spicy 3-pepper fire sauce or our new savory A&W sauce. Dip into A&W and try them today.
And welcome back here to the Eagles Nest, and we appreciate A&W for the sponsor of the week. Definitely check them out on their new apple pie shake. I will definitely hit that up over the next couple of days, especially with the weather being fall and the, take an apple pie shake. So, yeah.
Very, very creative shake there, but hey, I might have to go get it now.
Absolutely.
I don't know. The best thing about apple pie is the crust, buddy.
That is true.
Good
yeah,
crust.
when you think pie, you're thinking
It's a
crust.
must.
But hey, maybe they can make it. Maybe they have like little bits in the shake or something like that, or something crunchy.
That's a little chunky.
Oh goodness. Well, so Central wins 3-0. Philip, what are your thoughts on the game?
Eagles gave us more of a fight than I thought. Central had some lulls there in the first and second set, and the Eagles fought back. And I expect a little more fight in the third set, but it's a tough mental thing to get through when you're doing your best and fighting hard, and then it's just still not working out for you. So I can understand where that could be some mental fatigue, not necessarily physical, but mental fatigue from the Eagles there. And they'll see us again. They'll probably see us here in the districts and get another shot at us at our place, and hoping for a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, I was very impressed with Southern's young kids. The lot of sophomores playing. Very impressed, and the new coach did a good job, had a good game plan.
Yeah.
And I'm also proud of us for Central finishing out in the third set and keeping the focus and just finishing it out in 3-0. We got Central has next week we have Tate's Creek, we have Model. And then we just added a game at Lexington Catholic. So the gauntlet is here. We are ready to face 6 or 7 Lexington schools and see what we're made of.
But we also have the Rocky Top tournament this weekend. That's a lot of good competition down there. You also mentioned the Tate's Creek and Model game. We also have Scott County on Thursday. Next Thursday in Scott County. So that's a big game for us as well. So a lot of good competition coming here real soon. So we'll take a few days and practice and get rested up for those that long stretch there.
Yep, absolutely. Dawson, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. We had a
it.
blast.
And Michael, listen, I know you're watching because you're intently watching on Philip and I, but anytime you want to take a night off with your family, we got you.
Bring them back. That's what I'll say. Bring them back. Y'all were great, and glad y'all were able to kind of help the viewers and me learn a little bit more about volleyball. And, of course, for an important game that we got to even come out here and broadcast, because Mad Pink, very important game to get out to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, we, raising the money for cancer, everybody's affected one way or another, and anything we can do as a community to help that, definitely helps out. So, and one more thing, the crazy world we live in, do something nice for somebody, and don't expect nothing back, right? Buy somebody a cup of coffee, buy somebody, a meal, give somebody a smile, do something nice in the community that can help getting us back to where we need to be from an aspect of the great world we live in.
You give him a hint to buy something at Buc-ee's or something like that,
Well,
exactly.
That was a little. That's actually where I'm going to be headed to. So, I like to keep my money in Madison County as much as possible. So, whatever I can do to help the community and help the economy, I'm here for it.
It was a blast having y'all on. And,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone who is viewing tonight. We'll have football games Friday night. Not decided where we're going to be at yet. We have some radio games, might have a TV game. But it's going to be a great week of sports either way. Stay tuned, and good night, y'all.